want to just mention a couple books real quick, as well as the plant, what is called a plant nanny. I'm sure you've seen these kind of gifts, and they are a glass ball on a tube, and you can stick this down. You can fill the glass ball with water and stick it down in the plant, and the soil will draw moisture out as it's needed. See, this one comes with a little terracotta piece that you would actually stick in there. So you stick this down in the plant, you fill this with water and set it on there, and as the plant needs moisture, it will draw it through the terracotta. They're decorative as well as being practical, especially if you're going to have to be away for a while. This one I don't know that would properly water a plant for an extended period of time, but for a short period of time, something like that could work. And then, of course, books. This is a pretty good one. There are probably newer ones out. And anytime these days we have a question about toxicity of a plant, we actually do go online and look it up. It's just so quick and easy to do. And there's always new research being done. So if you want a book, Plants That Poison is a pretty good one. And as for general maintenance of plants, this book is great. It'll be good for a few laughs as well. In other parts of the country where they don't have such a temperate climate, or other parts of the world, they will grow everything inside. They will grow plumbago, they will grow aspidistra, they'll grow different palms, they'll grow impatiens and vincas, and just all different kinds of things, alamandas, agapanthus. So, of course, you'll have to have real specific conditions if you want to try that, or a specific situation. But it is a good book because it shows different kinds of damage that can occur to a plant and what to do about it. The secrets of success, proper temperature, light, humidity, propagation, like under, what are those called? Norfolk Island pines. The propagation is difficult. It's best to buy new plants. So if you're interested in propagation, there is a little bit of info in this book that can help you with that. And then again, this is just such a fabulous book written by Dr. Wolverton. And this is a lot of the NASA research that was done. It shows you a picture of the building that they set up to test the plants and their ability to draw different toxins out of the air. It has a really nice two-page spread, including a photo, obviously, of each of the different plants that are best at removing toxins from the air. And the nice thing is that most of those plants are plants that we can very easily grow as houseplants. The bit of info that I read in here, and I've been involved with houseplants for many years, but plants adapt so differently to their surroundings. And their just natural ability to do things. An areca palm is a really good palm, large palm for bright areas. In here it says, this plant has unique ability to remove salt accumulation to a selected frond. It says branches. When saturated, these branches die and should quickly be removed. So, if you will sometimes see a plant that develops a yellow leaf for some reason, it doesn't necessarily mean you're doing something wrong. The plants will, because our water is so hard here, sometimes you'll get brown tips. It's just the water. It can also be the low humidity inside. If an older leaf dies occasionally, it's nothing to worry about. Some plants like arecas will just do that naturally. They'll take from the whole plant, they will just concentrate all of the bad stuff that they're getting from the air and the water in one frond, and then you just remove that. I thought that was pretty fascinating. Yes?
Does adding apple vinegar to the water help anything?
I've not ever done that. I've not really heard about that. It is such a beneficial thing to use. I think if you were to occasionally do that, it shouldn't be a big problem.
I can't remember now why.
Well, I know that people use it outside. I mean, some people say to help acidify things. I don't know that that's as big of a deal with most house plants, but I don't think there'd be anything wrong with it. I'm sure Bob could tell you why to do it. And I'll ask him afterwards, actually, because I don't know. Another quick thing about watering, if you have a salt-based water softener, you cannot use that water on your houseplants. Salt is very, very bad for the roots of plants, and it'll accumulate and it'll cause the plant to die. If you have a potassium-based water softener, it's all right to use that.
But can I use the filtered water in the sink?
Yes.
I mean, my guy who installed it told me to use that water.
Yes, that would,
What I drink.
correct. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem because your filter should be removing that sodium. Yes. Okay.
If it's not, your houseplant will tell you.
This is true. Exactly.
When you get a water softener system, does that include the water that comes out of the hose too?
No, generally they're just piped inside.
Inside.
Yeah, so yes, you would have to go outside and take water from an outside there.
Ask, because I have only one hydrant in our whole house.
Really?
It's not softened.
Really? Huh.
They installed 2 new outside taps for me when I had them already.
Uh-huh.
You know, under.
No kidding.
Yeah, so I think they do that now.
Okay, well that's good to know. So yeah, I guess that would be the thing to take away
So
from
I had,
that
you know,
is,
2 taps here and 2 taps there and 2 taps.
oh my gosh, wow, I did not know that they would do that. One final thing about humidity. Generally, we don't recommend growing most ferns inside because the dry air really can be a problem for them. If you want to attempt it, I would suggest getting a tray and putting pebbles and water on it, and then just setting the decorative container on that tray. That water constantly evaporating will provide enough humidity. Sometimes it does work. So if you want to try something a little more challenging, don't limit yourself. Just try and see what happens. But have a plan B too.
There isn't much humidity outside anyway.
Not these couple days. Well, most of the year there's a lot, people say, but this time of year on a day like today, it's a little bit low to moderate. So, okay. Well, does anyone have any other questions?
I don't have a question, but do y'all know that there's a bird making a nest in that plant right there?
I kept seeing it fly
And I
by.
think it's a red bird.
Is it? Yeah, I heard. Yeah. So, well, we will
So
not
can
do
y'all
anything.
leave that down until they're finished?
Oh, we definitely will. We have in the cactus house, there is a wren nesting in a begonia, and we have it tagged that it's not for sale, do not disturb. So we try to be, we'll sacrifice plants to birds.
Working
Oh,
like
did she?
crazy.
Oh, yes, that's her. Yep. How
It's
wonderful.
I think
Yeah, it
it's a
is.
red
It
bird.
is.
Yeah.
Cardinal.
I actually have finches nesting in a fuchsia on my balcony right now. They come every
They
spring.
love hanging back.
Yes, they do. So, and they're obviously used to me. You know, I mean, I put water out for them and everything. But yeah, no, we'll put not for sale on that
Do
one.
they call you when it's time to feed them in the morning?
I don't feed them. They seem to be doing pretty well on their own. You know, I've thought of putting things out there, but my space is fairly limited. So.
They work so hard when they've got babies.
Yes, they do. Aren't they something? Oh, that's fascinating. I haven't seen them lately. Roberta sometimes this time of year may even have some of the blackback lesser goldfinches still. So check with her. Okay, guys. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Well, thank